Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is TipTop Mechanics. I'm going to take you guys through how to look after your car during a lockdown. First thing we're going to look at, engine oil. You pull it out, give it a good wipe. Put them back in. And when we pull them out again, we want to be looking for the marks. So as you can see there, should be able to see a little pinhole with an F for full. And then we got a little pin mark there, L for low. So we want to be between those 2 points. Okay, we're going to check the air filter. 2 little clips for this. Slide to the right and up. Here's the air filter. Pretty dirty. I know I changed this about 2 years ago. So what I'm going to do, put a nice new one in. You can see the difference. Okay, so put them in. And then make sure you seat it well. Nice, and click them back in, and then just give a little jiggle. Okay, next thing we're going to check is the brake and clutch reservoir, which is just down there. So take the cap off and get a little filter that's inside, and you can see a max mark on the side. So we're just going to have a little look. We're a little tiny bit low, so I'm just going to top that up now. Perfect, that's to the right level now. Pop the little filter back in, put the lid on, and yep, nice and tight. Okay, next thing we're going to check is the radiator. So we got the fill part there, and we also have an expansion tank. First thing we want to check with the expansion tank, there is a low and a full mark. So we want to make sure that we're in between there. At the full right now, but that's not too bad. What we're going to do, take this filler cap off, and yeah, we're right at the top, which is good level for this. And zoom back up, make sure everything's tight. Brilliant. Okay, so here's one that not a lot of people change. For my car, it's behind the glove box, is a little cover there, and you get to your cabin filter, pollen filter, and as you can see the mess on that, all the leaves in there, all the dust. If you can't get a cabin filter right now, you can bang it out like that and make sure he's nice and clean. Get in between all the fins, make sure you get all this dust out. But as you can see, that one is absolutely bogging. That's about 2 years old. Got a nice brand new one, and just checking, seeing if there's any markings to see which way it goes. We just go off the thumb of, make sure the writing is the right way up. Slide him back in and replace the cover, and that's another check done. Nice easy one there. Okay, so the next big one I think everyone should be checking is their brakes and their tyres. So what you want to be looking for is in between the wheel, just making sure that there's no score marks across the brake disc, and try to feel for a lip on the end of the disc. If it's large, then you might want to see about changing your brake discs, but if it's quite small like this, then you should be okay. Next one is the tyre. There is a small square there, and that is what you want to be feeling for your tread depth. I'll take the wheel off so you can get a better look at everything in a minute. Okay, so looking at the brake disc, looking at this lip, hopefully you can see it there. That is a very small lip on this disc, and that's okay. If it's a large lip, that's when we need to look about changing the brake disc. But looking across the face of the disc, we want to make sure that we're not getting any score marks from the brake pads, and if we can, try and look through the wheel and look for the brake pad material. Make sure that's still plenty. As you can see there, still plenty of material. Okay, so in regards to the tyre, these are the little squares I was referring to, as you can see there, in between the two tread. So you'll have a few across the wheel. So as you can see, there's one there, one there, and one there. We look in between the height of the tread to these squares. So you can feel along it, find the square with your finger, and as long as it's not flush across the wheel, then you still have plenty of tread left on your tyre. But if they are flat and smooth across, that's when you need to see about changing the tyre. Just remember with your tyres, guys, make sure you check all four on the car, and always check your spare. Make sure your jack works, make sure your wheel nut brace fits, make sure you've got all your bits and pieces that you need. Always make sure your spare tyre is inflated, because I've had the case of you put the spare on and the spare tyre is flat and then you're stuck. Another one, guys, always check your lights, make sure they're both working, make sure your headlights work, your side lights work, make sure you have brake lights. You need a minimum of 2 brake lights. If you got 3, like the one across the top of the back window, well, 2 of those 3 need to be working. Obviously you'll need a friend to press the brake pedal for you to check you have reverse, side lights at the rear, brake lights. Make sure your side and headlights work on the front, and should be okay. Okay, a pretty obvious one is always check your windscreen wipers. Give them a little squirt, make sure it actually cleans the water away from the screen. This car doesn't have rears, so I can't check the rear, but I always check the front, make sure they are working well. If they don't, I always pick up new ones quite easily. Okay, just remember, guys, this is a basic overview. Things on your car may be different to my car. Across most cars, stuff like this is kind of the same across everything. So just take everything with a pinch of salt. If your dipstick is in a different place, obviously it's because it's a different car. If you liked the video, click the like button. If you didn't like the video, click the dislike button. But if you did click the dislike button, tell me why. Put it down in the comments for me. Let me know how I can improve, make better content for you guys. And to finish off, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe. See you soon.